I feel like tattooing as a form of art, it's the same as a lot of different styles of art. Not everybody understands it. There are so many people that do view it as art, and there's so many people who don't, who just look at it from the surface as ink on the skin. But that's similar to the person that will walk into a museum and see a canvas covered in paint and just say, what the hell is this? Somewhere I saw the word C'est La Vie, and the direct translation for that is this is life, or it is life. And that's kind of how I like to live my life. Whatever situation you're in, whatever's going on, whatever you're doing, your aspirations, all the things that you're going for, what's happening right now, it is life. Live that way, because there may not be tomorrow. It's easy to forget that everybody is not as tattooed as people are in Brooklyn. Because you can go to Middle America and you might not see anybody. I feel like there's always something to be said from the generation before, and there's plenty of things that we're going to say about the generation after us. I just happen to think that because tattooing is at an all-time high right now, it just seems much more of an issue than it really is. I drew inspiration from Delft porcelain for my recent show, Giant Little Things. All of the detail in such a small entity, and it was kind of a balance between darkness and kind of sweetness. I had some images that were, I don't want to say dark, it kind of juxtaposed the darkness and a kind of innocence as well. I worked primarily with acrylic on wood, and I also did a little bit of collaged some natural papers as well as origami papers. I used a little bit of a burning technique to kind of create some texture with the pieces that I collaged together. My favorite pieces in the show, I would have to say number one was The Way We Were, which is the painting with the fox and the bird's nest. But it just has a brightness to it that I really love, and also a simplicity. And I think another favorite that I had was the hermit crab. I think it's kind of the same thing. It had a brightness as well. Also, I just really love the idea of something that's so small or magnified into something so large that it kind of has a personality. I would say my favorite thing about the show was seeing the reaction of people and the way they reacted to each piece so differently from the way I reacted to each piece. Of course, when you're painting a collection like that, you have your favorites, of course, and just to see the untouched reaction, someone that hasn't seen it at all, it's motivating, and it makes you look at your own art in a different way. And it also is very humbling because you see people really having a liking to something that you created with your hands, and it's awesome. It's an amazing feeling.